Brown, and you are now watching the Nina channel.
Need just a little bit more energy. Nina.
Okay, I'm Nina Bonina Brown, and you are now watching the Nina channel. Oh, I hate my life.
Whatever happened to predictability? Did this whole world confusing me? Clouds is me.
I'm Nina, Bonina, Banana, Hosanna, Osama, Bin Laden, Brown.
I don't see it from me, but okay.
Sell your dreams so soon.
Hey guys, it's me, Pierre, aka Nina Bonina Brown, and welcome back to a all-new Buy It or Rent It edition raw view for Dragula Season 3, and I believe this is Episode 8. Let me double check. Yes, Episode 8, Dragula. Thank you for coming back and supporting my channel, and it's good to see you guys again, and I'm not doing any look today. If you want to consider this a look, this is my Halloween trade look, I guess. I don't know. No, I'm not being trade. I'm just being Pierre. I'm just being me. But I did find out that their runway is a Halloween themed runway. I have not watched the episode yet. And I was kind of like, do I really feel like doing this? Didn't seem like too many people came to the last video, but I might as well go ahead and finish the season. Why not? And it's going to be a busy, like, weekend for me, and just this October, like this weekend I will be today's Wednesday, I'll be flying out tomorrow Thursday to San Francisco, and I hate these like longer flights. Like I'm used to like going to like New York, which is like an hour or two away. San Francisco, I have a show, so that same night I land, I have a show, and then I'm off that Friday, then I have a show Saturday. Another show in San Francisco, and then I literally have to like fly like that early Sunday morning, like literally flying after doing a show, which takes me a while to like get out of my makeup, unpack, pack my stuff back up, and then go and fly to Toronto, Canada, which I think is like a 9-hour flight, but because I like to fly Delta, that's how I build my points up, my Sky Miles. But they insisted that I go on Air Canada because it'll be a quicker trip. Plus, I have to literally perform that same night when I get there. So imagine getting off the airplane, trying to rush to your hotel. Y'all know I'm slow with makeup, and having to do a whole ass look after flying a whole day and then performing. And I think the Air Canada trip is going to be like a 5-hour flight, I think. Either way, I'm still over it, and I hate going through customs. Let me tell y'all my first experience going through customs. Like when Drag Race first started, because I didn't know it was that like mean and cruel to people, and I'm thinking like it's a racist thing, which it still could have been. But that Irish lady, I think I was in Ireland or somewhere, like she gave me the hardest time. It was so rude and so nasty.
I don't ever bring anybody around me like that.
So nasty.
And that's what happened.
So rude. So nasty and so rude.
Well, she's telling the truth on that
So
one.
nasty and so rude.
Right, Nene. And I just hate going through customs. I hate it all. So yeah, that'll be my weekend, traveling, and then I'll be home for a couple of days. Then I'm flying to Seattle for a little while, and then I have a show in Vancouver, so back to Canada. Yes, by the end of this trip, I will be a Canadian bacon. Like I can't. Moving right along to some other news. So as we all know, last week, Aoife Destruction was sent packing. She kind of got in her head, which is like what all the great entertainers do, that you think it's going to be like the bomb.com on the show, and like we just get in our heads. And so she got in her head and she went home. But I want to speak on her a little bit, and I'm going to say some things from my opinion that I hope y'all respect and not get so in your feelings over my opinion. But she recently, I found out, because somebody told me, that I guess she like literally deleted like everything on her Instagram, and all she has up now was this like 6-page letter or like just post of why she did it, what she's going through, and some of it for me kind of sounded to me and my friend like she came off a little like she needs to humble herself a little bit. Like, oh, like in a way, like, how dare y'all? Like, I didn't win. I thought I was gonna win. And so because I didn't win, I'm gonna delete all my stuff. And it's like, but let me just read it first and then we'll go from there. And just really quick, my hair. I hate my hair personally. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't really like it. Like, so I was going, a long time ago, I used to have dreadlocks. Yes. And I used to have my hair in like just twists. And I was going for, because I see like, you know how every kind of race has their FCK boy kind of hairstyle? The boys, like, you know, like the whites have like that James Charles kind of like Vanilla Ice kind of cut. And like the Asians have that T-Boss bowl cut with the sideburns. Then the blacks have that like faded but kinky, nappy afro with that brush. That sponge or the twist. That's, yeah. So I was like always trying to avoid that look, but I'm going for that look now. And so I was hoping the person that twisted my hair could have like still, because you know I like to wear my hair in a high top fade, but like it's still up, but it's twisted up. So it still has that length to it. And the girl was like, oh, I know what I'm doing. And she really didn't know. Like, don't you hate when like, and so like when I sat down and we were starting, she's like, oh, I think it'd be nice if you have it down. Basically saying like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is what I'm gonna do. And I hate when stylists do that or makeup artists. Like, if you know you can't do a certain thing, just say you can't do it. So that person's time or money is not wasted. Like, she was a sweet girl, really nice. But it's not what I wanted exactly. But I guess with these kind of styles, the older they get, the better they look. I just don't want it to lock up and become dreads again. I just wanted that kind of up, kinky style. But anyway, girl, I'm looking for the Eva's letters, but I just saw on Amazon Prime they have Jinx Monsoon made a Drag Becomes Him. It's like they had that movie Death Becomes Her. The guy Drag Becomes Him. I'm gonna have to watch that. What is this, South Beach on Hills? Yeah, I'm watching this stuff. Anyway, here we go. This is going to be long. So if you want to skip this, I understand. The 6th page. Like, she swears she's Aaliyah. I'm writing you a 4-page letter. And I enclose it with a kiss. I'll be okay. This has affected me in more ways than I could have imagined. I wanted to win. She's like, okay, like we all want to win. And it's almost everybody on the show, but you know, calm down. I wanted to make it to top 3. I didn't want to accept any less. I didn't want to look weak. I didn't want to look amateur, unpolished, unprofessional. I only wanted to do right by my art to the best of my abilities and the conditions I was made to perform under. I wanted to make sure that I could walk away proud of what I did. I wanted my supporters to be proud of what I did and the work I put in. I'm a people pleaser by nature. I kind of do believe that part. I always put others before myself. I wanted everyone to see my dedication to this new stage I was setting up for myself. Every bruise, every scrape, every roach, every staple, everything. However, even though I wanted to please the Boulets, my drag family and my audience, don't mistake that for me not wanting to prove this, going to the next page, to myself as well. There were a lot of mental obstacles I was trying to overcome in a span of just a handful of weeks while competing. It was incredibly draining, constantly questioning my every move. While being picked apart for minor details, I was too tunnel vision to notice or focus on. See, she's not used to people telling her like, maybe you can do this or that, because like I said and told y'all, in Atlanta, people have, you know, got that head big. And so like you think you're just perfect and can't do no wrong and can't hear anything else. But I'll get to all that. Not to mention keeping face while in the boudoir. This is a moment I've been prepping myself for over 7 years of my career. I wanted it to count, to matter, and not to tarnish my image as well. Because let's face it, reality TV finds a way somehow. But you already knew that going into like reality TV is going to do that, and you've seen some of your sisters on reality shows, you've seen it's like, you know it's gonna like do that, so why be surprised, to be honest? I wanted to change everything. I believed and knew about drag and wholeheartedly became the person and entertainer, and wholeheartedly become the person and entertainer I've always wanted to be. I wanted to open up, free myself by thinking more outside of my comfort zone or the box everyone had tried to put me in. We're still on page 2, guys. Growing up, I was incredibly sheltered, not to mention removed from society, and made to grow up incredibly fast. I do believe that about her. This has left me not exposed to a lot of knowledge, reference, or training many around me have received. I'm limited, I'm flawed, and there are many things I'm still new to. Eva was someone I created to be my better half, the star. She gave me a place in this community and has helped me achieve things I never knew possible. Back then, I was scared, terrified going into the competition. I had no idea what I got myself into. But I had gotten off the phone, yeah, I'm blind. But I had gotten off the plane and there was no turning back, forever. From that point, everything would change forever. I went with Dragula and not Drag Race. Now, I ain't being shady, but did you go with Dragula because Drag Race didn't go with you? Or, and that's not no shade at all, that's just like being honest. Because I know, and we all must know, she tried to get on Drag Race as well. And to be like, oh, well, I didn't go for them, you know, but we need to deal with that. In any circumstance, will never pursue Drag Race. And that is okay. It should be okay. I didn't have Drag Race before Dragula, and I don't need Drag Race after Dragula. That is okay. So please stop projecting your expectations onto me by bringing it up. It doesn't do well to my mental health or anyone's mental health when you do things like that. And it just piggybacks what I'm saying. Y'all put so much high, not y'all, but they know who they are. The people that has done that. Put so much high expectation on her that you only see her and want her to be this best thing, and she has to be on Drag Race. And when somebody has been probably trying to get on a certain show and they don't get on, and you're constantly reminding them of that, that's not a good, healthy state to be in. Mental state, it's not. And I understand what she's saying. Like, stop bringing it up. It's just like the thing with All Stars. Like, I'm not ready for that. Like, it's okay, you know. And I know she's tired of hearing that, you know. Like, I get it. I could have been on Drag Race, but can y'all just please, like, for right now, for my mental state, please stop. So I get that. And not only Eva, but, you know, we put a lot of, like, high expectations on people. And even, like, me, like, people, like, before getting on Drag Race, like, oh, we believe in you. We know you can do it, make it far. And then, like, when you don't make it that far, you don't make it to that top 3 and you don't win, then you're really beating yourself up like, oh, I'm horrible. I didn't live up to their expectations. Anyway, that's all I ask in regards to that. I am part of Dragula and I have best family now because of it. Period. However, with that being said, shout out to all of you, whoever reads this. I have seen all the beautiful messages. Even if you think I didn't see your message, trust me, I read everything. I cannot thank you enough for such kindness, especially right now. I cannot lie to you and say that it's like a wave magic wand that helped me get better. No, this will take some time, but I will say that I have the best people behind me. I love entertaining and love making you all feel something with my art, whether it be a look I put together or a performance. Again, I have felt all the love. Thank you. I adore you. I can definitely say this entire experience was worth every second. And I would do it again any day. I don't regret my time on the show itself. I only have many regrets in regards to what I could have done. We're almost done. Differently towards the challenges. I'm not outspoken or loud in unfamiliar territory because I'm incredibly introverted when I'm not on stage. Plus, I will always add that seeing others' mistakes on reality TV made me incredibly suspicious of my surroundings, my language, and making sure I didn't make a effing fool of myself on national television. You kinda did. You was on stage, no clothes on, razor blades, but you know. Just kidding. If that makes me boring, if that doesn't make good TV, so be it. For my extermination challenge that sent me home, I was to staple as much money as I could to my body in under a minute. The fear I felt was not present outside. I think I was more numb and just wanting to plow through it like a champ. That's how I be in the bathhouse, just plow through those bottoms like a champ. I remember approaching that staple gun, picking it up, and the first dollar was for anyone who said I wasn't a monster as an ultimate F you. I stapled myself 10 times. Each bill I explained and dedicated to a different person or a group of people that were that were worth enduring the pain. I remember feeling my elbows to my hands and my face going completely numb because I was breathing so hard through the adrenaline. Then it was over. And I screamed, you could have punched me in the face and I would have thanked you. I could have rode 6 roller coasters in a row and wouldn't have thought twice about my fear of heights. It was euphoric. Even while pulling out each staple by one, I had conquered my fear. Not her fear was stapling herself. And I was certain I was going to stay. However, things don't go as you expected to. With that, we are here. I've been exterminated. I was devastated and shocked and was in denial. However, now what's done is done and there is so much work to do. I'll be okay. My name is Aoife Destruction for F's sake. Still big-headed to this day. Oh. Well, there you have it. I already said my feelings on it. Maybe if Louisiana wouldn't have got, like, whatever happened, she passed out, maybe they would have sent her home. I mean, she did pass out. She didn't finish the challenge. I don't know. But, it just, what do y'all think it comes off as? Do y'all think it comes off as somebody who's, like, a little not humble and think that the world should be given to her or do y'all feel what she's saying? Or do you feel both ways? But let's get to this show as I turn on my PS4 Pro. No, but while it's coming on, what y'all, my skin has been going through it. Like, I don't know if it's like, I feel like after Drag Race is like when my skin really started breaking out, when I started all the traveling. Because I've been doing makeup for years and putting all kind of stuff on my face, and I never had bad skin like that. And I don't know what happened or what's going on. And I've tried like some like fillers, like a little bit, but like nobody ever really goes ham. Like I want them to go like make my cheeks out here and put this here, and people already claim I have work done anyway, even though those are people that barely follow me and come around every blue moon. Because if you could tell from my season, I always had cheekbones. And I put on some weight since RuPaul's Drag Race. But anyway, but I do wonder the things that they put into your skin, if that stuff can like play with your hormones, if that stuff can play with your hormones, if it can like cause you to like produce more oils in your skin. I don't know. I wash my brushes once a year. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Or when you just got older, you change. But my favorite answer is I think Shea Coulee went to a voodoo doctor and she told them, look, give me Nina's skin, give her my skin, and this is where we at now. JK, I hope. Okay. Yeah, that was one of those, we don't know what else to do, child. The season's almost over. Okay.
Gosh. It's so cute. I love it.
Girl, can y'all get those pumpkins, please, off the workstation? Like, it's already small enough. I can barely put my mirror there, girl.
Yeah. Throughout this whole experience, I've seen Eva as my biggest competition, so I would be very happy to see her go home.
Oh, not Landen seeing Aoife as her biggest competition. Dahlia. So flip my drag?
With that in mind, this week we're asking you to reinvent a classic Halloween archetype and elevate the concept.
I'm mad because I would have but people would be like, Nina, we can't wait to see what you do for Halloween. I'm like, but I'm creative all year round. I know I said this last time, but it's like, it's true. Like, I don't just wait for Halloween to be creative. So I don't know what I would have done differently, but I'm mad I couldn't dress up because like I have to fly out tomorrow and I didn't want to like shave right now. But I had never done a witch look. The only witch look I've done was like the Grand High Witch from the movie Witches.
Child is no longer a child. Child. It's a mouse!
Which I love doing that look, even though it's hard to do with building your own prosthetic out of just whatever you can find. But I've never done like an actual witch look, and I actually was planning on doing one this time around, but like a pretty witch though, and I can't do it because I don't think I'm gonna have time. But yeah, that's cool though that they're gonna like do a classic Halloween look, like I'm assuming like a Frankenstein, like a vampire or whatever, but elevated. So curious to see how this is gonna turn out.
Halloween is my favorite holiday, much like any other queer, and I am very, very, very ready for this challenge.
Who were your favorite characters to dress up as?
Y'all not slick. Girl, y'all hear that little beat? That's secretly how Thriller comes on. But they changed it a little bit, not get that copyright.
But my dad wouldn't let me, so I'd be the stupid fucking witch. Then I would switch to the Tin Man because I went to this place and I was like, 7.
The scariest thing that's ever happened to me is probably getting in like a really horrible car wreck.
Oh,
yeah. It was in 99. And
They had cars in 99?
I fought cancer for a hot minute, so that was definitely the scariest.
yeah, I can.
Yeah, same thing.
Like all these like really extreme scary stories, and I'm just like, oh, I once fell down and got a boo-boo on my knee and it hurt really bad. And meanwhile, Landen with the cancer story and Louisiana with the car accident stories, like, really, bitch? Really?
Needed, but I definitely want to let her know that I still love her and I am sorry.
I'm glad you said that. I had a lot of I figured Priscilla would eventually apologize to me once all her stress bullshit got figured out. I mean...
Not Priscilla giving her this heartfelt apology and, I don't know, and like, in front of her dog, I'm like, oh, thank you. And then in the confessional, she's like, here she goes apologizing all her bullshit antics. And I'm like, girl.
I have one of the long ones.
You do like a long one, don't you?
Because, you know,
Are these pumpkins real? They seem a little plastic. I'm just saying. They seem a little plastic.
Her portfolio, and I was always a little model, me as Gizmo from the Gremlins. It was her tenacity.
Just looking at Landen like speak about like his mom and showing these Halloween pictures of him when she was younger, and you know, I wish that I could see. I don't think we had that many pictures of like me or my sisters like in Halloween costumes, and like I wish we did, even though we barely had any. But like, girl, all I can remember one time is like us being like dirty zombies, and it was just old clothes from the Goodwill, I think, and we just like threw it in the ground with dirt and like this horrible makeup. And then this one time, oh my God, to tell you this one Halloween story just really quick, like this, I guess, you know, we all go through this thing where like we want to dress as a woman for Halloween, but I look more like Michael Jackson. Like it was like I had like a hat that had like a ponytail that I just put under the hat, so it's like a hat attached to a ponytail and red lipstick on. I remember like I can't remember what was said, but I was red, bitch, when I went to somebody's door. I can't. But can we just really quick speak about Halloween? Like, what happened to Halloween, y'all? Like, it's not the same. And I know everybody says this, like, each generation, it ain't what it used to be when I was younger. But it's true. Like, when I was younger, Halloween seemed so fun. Even, like, you could catch all kind of movies on TV and the cartoons and the Halloween shows. And the neighborhoods used to be full. And it was much safer. It's never been 100% safe in this world, but it was just much safer back then. Like, you didn't really need your parents to walk you around. You went with your friends, and everybody participated. The neighbors would all have candy, candy for you. Some that horrible cheap candy. Oh, y'all know the Branches brand. The butterscotch, and that like cheap knockoff Butterfinger peanut butter bar candy, the white with the black stripes on it. And the red hot cinnamon thing in the red package. Anyway, you always made sure to throw toilet paper at those houses, okay? Because we used to have this teacher that was actually a teacher, and she stayed in our neighborhood, and she always had like really like creative like trick-or-treat gifts. Like it was like a package of like an apple and popcorn and a candy and a toothbrush and like, you know, and anyway, and it was this one house that used to really like go in with the decorations. Like they used to have like Freddy or Jason hanging from their roof, holding a head, and I was always jealous, like, why can't we be that white family? My mom's like, be thankful I even bought candy for the badass kids. But anyway, you know, it was just much better back then. Those days are gone. Like now, nobody over here really has their light on, so like you know not to come to their house. We ain't buying no candy. Like, it's just sad that it's like that now. But anyway, just seeing, I wish that I would have had pictures like that of things I dressed in.
It is to live that life to the fullest. And
I always hate this song in the background when they're like speaking about what they're going to be doing and what the look's going to be. It's so serious. I just picture like in slow motion, like a run, like to a finish line.
I close my eyes that final time, I'm gonna give myself a fucking show, and it's her to thank for that.
So my inspiration is the one and only Satan, but a more feminized Madam Satan. I'm taking my red cloak, and I'm basically just discussing all of the edge of it. She may look good, but you know, going back and forth between hell.
The floor show is about to begin. Me and Claire were laughing at this, like how, you know, when they like doing their makeup and barely got anything on, they just sat down and then the alarm's going off. Attention competitors, and they're all looking like shocked, like, gosh, we have to hurry up, guys, and go. And we're like, girl, y'all know good and damn well they got a whole 3 hours or so, maybe a whole day to get ready. Like, they're just doing this for the dramatics of it all.
Happy Halloween, uglies.
And welcome to Dragula's Halloween Spectacular. The final challenge that will...
These looks, they're okay. I'm not as wild as I've been for the past 2 episodes. They're still viable. Like, I still buy it. I'm not like crazy over it. It is funny looking at like their hair, because like I just did that nurse look the other week with that old time hairstyle. But theirs is real. But yeah, I still buy it.
The one and only Danielle Harris.
Thank you.
All right, Danielle Harris. Remember I was saying last week or the week whatever before that, they were showing a picture of Danielle Harris from Halloween. I was like, wait, why is she not here today? But now she's here for the Halloween episode. Danielle's so pretty to me, and she always puts me in the mind of like Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah, they could be sisters in the movie, in real life. They just have that innocent smile about them and still young and fresh looking. And I just always seen her and Danielle being like sisters. Even the girl from, a little bit of that girl from Mean Girls, the one that played, was it Gretchen, I think? Was it Gretchen? The brunette one, she also put me in the mind of like Jennifer Love Hewitt. And Jennifer Love Hewitt is such a underrated actress and person in general. I love her. I adore her. I used to have this workout tape called like Dance with Barbie. But it was a workout tape.
Hi everybody. Are you ready to work out with me and my friends? Cool exercise dances. But first, let's warm up with my special friend.
When I tell you, they used to work me out. Like, they used to work me out. Like, girl, that little plastic doll, go harder, go faster. Bitch, you can't feel nothing, you plastic, I'm hurting. But anyway, I loved it, so yeah.
Please welcome Rachel True.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the show, dog.
I swear this is their first black judge this season. Am I wrong, am I right? And then she's still half white, but I'm just saying, I mean, I think. Not black people ain't playing with that devil shit. Louisiana Purchase. Well, first let me say I like how they started off with the little Michael Myers intro, the little piano. Louisiana Purchase, I mean, like, I love the hair. I like the little pitchfork. Like, she's giving like, it's this, was it a video game I played or something where they had this like devil, cute little black and white, like Betty Boop kind of looking character with the wavy hair. That's what she's giving me, but the costume is kind of ill-fitting. Like, if she would have actually put some body in to fill it out and make it like to her skin, yes ma'am. But because it's ill-fitting, I'm going to just rent it, but I'm not going to buy it. It's even putting me in the mind of Sharon Needles when she did her little devil look, the lip sync against Fifi O'Hara when she was the angel. That's what it's giving me. And she just looks like Sharon Needles to me anyway. Priscilla Chambers with the Frankenstein look, it's okay. Like, this is kind of okay up here. The outfit is not really nothing that's like, wow. Because like so far, you know, they said like to take these classic characters, but like really bring them to the top. And I'm like, so far I'm not really seeing anything that's like that drastic from the characters. So I don't hate it, but for some reason I just don't want to rent it or buy it. Girl, Landen Sider is giving y'all all the DDT, the dirty dick trade. He's giving y'all the guy that owns the bathhouse, the old butch daddy, hairy daddy that all the guys, you know, that's into that whole like kinky stuff want. So, but you know, I'm gonna buy the look. It's a little too far from being like a werewolf. Like it's almost a little more sexual, a little more like S&M, a little like daddy bear versus werewolf. If you get what I'm saying, like I wish that she still would have kept it scary but the body and like the face, like she looks hot. You're like, oh, Zebbalaba Z. Sorry, he looks hot. Girl, y'all don't understand, but it's really hard when she goes from being Landen and when she goes from being like herself to being this drag character. Anyway, he looks hot right now, but I just don't really see werewolf. But I'm going to buy this look. Not the poppers. Exactly. He is. I'm telling you, this is the guy that owns the bathhouse. He definitely does poppers. He definitely owns a boop machine. They run trains on him. Like that's what it is. Dahlia looks sickening, but it still kind of puts me in the mind of her very first look she did with the white hair and the eyes on the bottom, and all her looks are kind of like, you know, it's Dahlia. It's a similar kind of look, and she's doing the eye trick again. But she looks fabulous. Like this whole take on death, like I like it. I haven't seen this kind of take on death. She did the prosthetic really good. The makeup is very interesting, and I'm going to go ahead and buy this look. So now I'm over here looking like, where's Eva? Oh, I forgot. So far, this lip sync little battle that they're doing is a little cringy. I don't know if it's the music, because honestly, how can you dance to this, to be honest? But it's a little cringy so far. What is going on? Like, I don't know. It's completely awkward. Like, so far, like out of all of them, Dahlia's the best like lip syncer. I don't know if it's because Landen has the fake teeth in his mouth, but it's not really going with the words. Plus, him looking like this butch character, but really moving really feminine. I'm just like, I don't know. It's a little awkward doo-doo. You can smell the awkwardness a little. Oh, excuse you. And then like Priscilla's like way in the back, can't really see her, and then the camera's really showing only Dahlia and Landen the most. Yeah, I hated that. I secretly wish they can actually like get like some real music and like get the budget to do it. I just, because it's like, you know, they're kind of go along with the whole lip sync for your life thing, but they can't really do it. It just wasn't that great, to be honest. But as far as the best looks on the stage was definitely Dahlia and Landen Sider. With, for me, Priscilla coming in last. The best performer on the stage was probably Dahlia, with Landen coming in second, and then Louisiana, and then Priscilla being last. If I had to guess, I think Priscilla's going home.
Aggressive. As far as the group performance,
I know that she had 666 on her forehead. I just didn't know that she did it with like curls, and that's kind of cool.
Let's move on to Dahlia Black.
Why don't we start with Dahlia? I do think your performance was just a little low energy tonight. I'm not sure what it was. This was like a chance for Dahlia to like slay the stage. I don't know if there was something getting in your way. It just seemed like you were not as energetic tonight as I was expecting.
To be completely honest with you, I did not realize that there was a whole characterization aspect to this, and I feel like...
I mean, I trying to get what Dahlia's saying. She's like, well, I didn't know I had to come on stage and be the Grim Reaper. I thought I had to just be myself, but just being Dahlia dressed as a Grim Reaper, and it's like, I get what she's saying, but you're on Dragula, and this is a Halloween thing, so you're going to kind of have to still be giving a little more Grim Reaper, but still, I kind of get what she's saying. Like, I'm just still a drag, and I'm just like modeling, and you know, da. But she could have done both. Honestly, she probably should have just stayed quiet. Oh.
Like maybe when they're drunk and they're dancing, I think you can bring it.
Well, first of all,
I'm mad they keep showing every time they're talking about Landen, they keep going to Dahlia, like looking down and looking up, like, leave the girl alone. That's so shady.
You were all wonderful tonight, but there can only be one queen of this year's Halloween ball. Oh, I misspoke.
King.
There can only be one king, and that monster is Landen Cider. Oh my god, thank you.
Landen has won so much. Like, girl, like, congratulations. And, you know, this is kind of what Landen does. Like, he does, like, you know, the kind of, like, cosplays and the creative looks. So this is right up his alley. So it's no surprise he actually won, to be honest. It's a surprise, like, damn, he won a lot. Like, and I wonder, do y'all think that it's just because this is the first drag king on, like, a drag show that it's just so eye-dropping, like, oh, this is new, this is fresh, so, like, we love this, and, like, versus if it would have been something that's been going on for a long time, like Drag Queens on Drag Race, would it be as shocking and surprising, or I just wonder.
And as your final challenge of the season, tomorrow night, we will be sending you to an abandoned, rundown haunt attraction.
So they gotta literally stay in a haunted house and sign a waiver so people can, like, touch them and do things with them. You know, like, normally you go to a haunted house, the actors are not allowed to touch you. You can't touch them. But allegedly, if they find this, like, pumpkin in this maze that has an invite to the top three, they're top three. But I still refuse to believe that, because, like, let's say somebody like Louisiana or something that hasn't won any challenges finds the invite versus, like, Landen, and let's say Landen or Dahlia or whatever doesn't find one. Are they really gonna send them home? I doubt it.
So I've never been in a haunted house before because I've always been too chicken shit. So I don't really know what to do.
Not you're too scared to go in a haunted house and you've been scared to ever do it, but you're on Dragula, a scary show. I'm not Landon looking like Chico the Barge. But is it really gonna be that scary being that you have this big ass light on you and all these camera people following you? Like, oh, you know. I am cracking up, girl. I know y'all probably can't hear it because of the recorded video, but I swear when they were showing that person behind Dahlia, I'm like, are they saying what? Girl, I am cracking up. Landen may be a king, but that scream says I'm a queen. Like Not the wig is gone. Yeah, I don't want to go to this haunted house. Wait, the pouring of blood on them, though, like, that's too much. Like, do they really do this in this haunted house? Like, literally, you go in there with your best outfit on, they just pouring blood on you? Like, fine, y'all can grab me and all this stuff, but just, like, pouring stuff on you. I don't know about that. That's a little too much. A little too much. And this lighting, Louisiana is looking like on the movie Witches when they all go to the grand room for the big convention, because bitches hate kids, and they all, you may remove your wigs.
May remove your wigs.
Miserable witches.
They all take the wigs off and they look like bald men, like, this is what she's giving me. See, in those situations, you just pretend you're drowned and you just, I'm confused. I'm confusion. Like I said earlier, if they even find the pumpkin but they did bad, are they really going to win? And Louisiana allegedly found the pumpkin, I guess, but maybe she didn't find the one that had the note. I don't know, but she found the pumpkin and she's still going home. So I'm confused. But anyway, that has been Dragula Season 3, Episode 8, Halloween Runway. I actually kind of enjoyed this episode. It was kind of funny. This is the most I've laughed through a Dragula video. And I actually would like to go to a haunted house like this because it's hard to scare me. Like I find it being more scarier trapped in like an actual virtual reality, like my PSVR. That goes to my PS4 Pro. But when you're really in this headset playing these scary games, you're there alone and it feels like you're there and it's really scary versus going to a haunted house where you see the exit signs, you can see the actors before you even get there. You literally always have to be with like a group of people, so that group ahead of you gets scared and you see them get scared, so you already know what to expect. So yeah, finding a good haunted house is hard. But anyway, I enjoyed this episode. Thank y'all. This ride is almost over for Dragula, and I will see y'all the next week. Hopefully, if everything's fine and I'm able to record and I'm not traveling. But anyway, thank y'all for being here. Stay beat, stay beautiful, and stay blessed. Bye.